Are you gonna run on the HD TV or the?
No, I brought one. It's over there. I'm bringing it. Just one moment. Yeah, not mine, but I practice on some TV.
Yeah, that's fine. I actually meant to find you earlier and ask you if it's. I will in a second. Yeah, pretty much once you got to the layouts.
All right, what's
Leave these out where people get stuck on them.
what's happening to this?
Well, we're just gonna leave it there unless you think.
All right.
Is that gonna work for you?
So, yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Okay.
It's really cold.
We're actually gonna need to plug that into this. I just hit something on the upscaler. I don't know if it did.
Welcome back to AGDQ. The next game that we are setting up right now is Resident Evil 4. It will be run by Sunblade.
Either one. Like, tell me what you see. No input. Okay. Well, that's probably.
There is a donation prize for this block. It is a Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller.
It's not widescreen. Can you hand me a couple of AV cables? I need 5 cables together. Where does the 5 go? I don't care what many.
Through the rock.
What?
That's in all the bridge. All right.
I just need RCA cables. I need 5 plugs all together. Because I'm gonna run.
Maybe it's just processing because it's.
Well, it doesn't work in the PS3 version, like the PS3 downloadable.
Yeah, PS3 is technically the fastest version.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
To remind everyone why we are here, all donations in this marathon are going to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Since 1985, the Prevent Cancer Foundation has invested over $134 million in support of cancer prevention, research, advocacy, and outreach programs nationwide.
I need this kit.
And we are Speed Demos Archive, premier community for video game speedruns, completing games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. Also joining us is the teams from Speedruns Live, the best site online to race games against others.
So this is probably gonna be a bit weird.
Yeah, take it time.
We have another computer cable back here, but it's not. So now I gotta scrounge for other cables.
Does he have like the HD cable?
Thank you, Anonymous, for your $20 donation. I have been watching, listening to this for 18 plus hours, and you guys are doing an awesome thing. Keep it up and play strong.
No problem.
Sorry. Plug that into the audio, red, white, and.
Thank you, Rob Joe, for your $15 donation. My amazing aunt died of breast cancer, so it hits me to see one of my favorite games ever speedran in such a tense competition. Best of luck to both of you. It's amazing to see you guys rip and tear this game apart. So Diamond Vortail, that one is for you.
That was kind of.
to remind everybody about some upcoming donation incentives. The Halo 2 Legendary difficulty donation incentive has been met. Yes, it is fantastic. The nearest one that is coming up is a donation war for Metal Gear Solid, Who to Save. Please include your detailed ending theory with your comment. Also coming up, we have Metal Gear Rising that has a donation incentive for which costume Raiden should wear.
Great cap, by the way. Great cap. Okay, but I need the meat. What number does he have? Wait.
What about your numbers?
5.
5?
Of the 4
5.
and 4.
Yeah.
4. I.
5, yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Test, check, test.
Yeah, I'll just have to get a bit on more on the left just to see.
Test, check. I'm just testing if there's any lag.
Yeah,
or
of
something
course,
like
no
that.
problem.
While we're all getting set up, could we get a roll call for everybody who's on the couch?
Oh,
Or
yeah, of
everybody in
course. You wanna
general?
start?
I am the Englishman. I'm going to be doing commentary for this run, and I ran the GameCube version at HDQ 2 years ago.
I am Matured Center. I donated this chainsaw controller as a prize.
Yeah, I am Morix. I'm mostly a Donkey Kong Country 3 speedrunner, but I know this game pretty well as well. And for you, I guess. All right, okay, cool.
Just testing a few more stuff.
Thank you for your $5 donation, Discordant. Hi guys, I watched the stream for a couple of days now and I really like what you're doing. Keep up the runs, the jokes, and the smiles. Cheers from a French enthusiast.
Alright, it works.
All right, you okay?
God, I'm freezing right here. What the hell? Yeah, so one of the most common questions during a marathon or a stream are, what is the current world record in this game? And this is the current world record for a single segment. It's 1 hour 36:31, and the current world record for segmented is 1 hour 34:26. It's played on Nintendo Wii, and please note that loading times don't get excluded right here. That's why the PlayStation 3 version is the fastest one. I guess the world record for single segment is something like 1 hour 29. Yeah. All right, I guess I'm ready.
Really, it all comes down to loading times. I mean, when you're going map for map, the GameCube is faster, but
Yeah.
it's we use the in-game timer.
Oh yeah, 3, 2, 1, start.
Okay, so for those of you who remember my run from 2 years ago, this is played on the Wii version, which is primarily based on the PAL version of the GameCube release. It also includes a couple extra features, primarily the PRL, or the progress removal laser, And if you thought some of the new Game Plus weapons were broken, just to give you a heads up, the PRL can kill anyone on screen. What Sunblade just did there is called a quick turn. You can use the analog. You can use the C stick to move right or left, and sort of tap R to move over quickly in any direction. It's much faster than simply using the tank control for turn normally.
Or there should probably talk about the Tipman glitch as well, right?
Yeah, the Tipman glitch is what's allowing Sunblade to run so fast quickly. When you have the striker out, you hold R and Y, not quite at the same time, but almost, and then switch to any other weapon. Because it's faster to run with that sort of empty-handed animation, which is when you're empty-handed or have grenades, or when you're holding eggs. It ends up being faster, and even faster when you're dealing with the Tipman glitch.
Especially with the grenade, right? Yep.
So once again, this uses the PAL rules for the village fight. So you only have to kill the first 2 enemies in front of the campfire to trigger the second wave. And then you just have the rocket launcher, and it's much quicker and cleaner to get that waves that way. Whereas before I had to, oh, we got it, okay.
I was so scared that I fucked this up.
Yeah.
Really, I practiced it like, some guys might remember, I practiced it like 1,000 times during GDQ. And yeah, I passed up now.
Yeah.
That feels good.
If we were going for strictly a game time, we would have paused the game every 3 seconds. Because the trigger is based on how long it takes to load the next area.
Once again, the Tipman glitch right there.
Yep. The Tipman glitch can be canceled by a few things, primarily by opening doors is the big one, but also taking damage. So you'll see in a couple of end maps, like in the second or third map of Chapter 1-2, for instance, you'll see one area where he won't use the event glitch at all, just because there are doors everywhere. That being said, if there are wood doors, somebody will usually go out of his way to destroy them.
When there are so many doors, like taking the time to do the Tipman glitch is just slower than just running around where you need to be. So
Even on the PS2 version.
yeah, exactly.
Although in an area like this, even though you're going to have to kick down a door eventually once you shoot off the lock, the area leading up to it is so big that you can get away with it. You just throwing the down. It is possible to get flinched from that dynamite stick there. It's happened to me a few times. Also, the bookcase is destructible. Not is the case in the NTSC version of GameCube.
Yeah.
Other big difference is that there is no TMP glitch on this version of the game, so you will be going through the maze in Chapter 3-2.
You want to explain like what the TMP glitch do mostly?
It mainly allows you to shoot through walls.
Yep.
If you have the stock equipped on the TMP, it would allow you to shoot blocks that are on the other side.
Exactly.
But you won't be seeing any of that here.
Unfortunately.
It also affects one section with Ashley in Chapter 4-1, so you won't be seeing that for a while yet. So like I said, somebody just used a grenade there to destroy both of those wooden doors. There are actually 2 different routes for getting these 2 bits of the emblem here. If you were a new game, you would actually want to take a more roundabout way. The problem with that, though, when you're a Google Plus, is that climbing the sloped ladder is also one of the things that cancels Hitman. Something got pretty lucky here in terms of the problem. Sometimes you get the name guys up here, sometimes you get nobody at all. It really just depends on how
It's rare, right?
Yeah, it's pretty rare to get. It's pretty common to get Dynamite guys. The rarest is just nobody at all.
The command was pretty fast right there, to be honest.
Yeah, so here's the map that I was talking about earlier, where there are so many doors that it's not worth doing Ditman.
Yep.
You could also use the camera, the C-stick, to sort of look away from enemies. Depending on how this enemy reacts, I'm in trouble there.
Oh, yeah.
Just step aside.
Yeah, just sort of a little sidestep and a weapon switch.
Yeah, this hit is fine.
Yeah. You also use invisibility frames here.
Exactly. When you jump over something, like you evade grenade damage to it, right?
Yeah. You also get iframes while vaulting over the sandbags and when opening doors,
Yep.
which would be a good safeguard when you're dealing with that enemy pitchfork.
there he was forced to just back off. This is actually the strategy to use at this point because there's no way to counter it.
Yeah. On the NTSC GameCube version, at least, if you had kicked open that second door a little more to the right, there's a better chance that the first enemy will point rather than try to attack you.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Englishman mentioned it. I'm using the difficulty adjustment thing in this game. I got hit intentionally to lower the difficulty for Del Lago.
Yep.
Normally you will need 11 hits in order to kill it, but just because I got one hit, I will just need 10
Yeah.
attempts.
Yeah. When the accuracy is actually lower, the game is actually easier and it becomes faster.
So he's going to destroy another door with a grenade, which will allow him to do all the way down here.
Yep. Oh, that was good.
Yep. The other much bigger use of difficulty adjustment will come to the infamous water hall, where if you manipulate the difficulty while you're on the ski lift going down to where Mendez is, then eventually when you get to 3-1, there won't be any snipers on the left and right areas of. Well, that might be just the NTSC version. I have played the PS2 version, but it's been years.
Yeah. You mostly plays on the GameCube.
Yeah,
version?
GameCube. I play on GameCube NTSC.
Oh, the NTSC. I thought you were playing PAL.
No.
Okay, right.
Storm Henry, who's a fellow Canadian RE4 speeder, plays on PAL as well as NTSC. And for our French community, Dayu Evil Jiraga plays on New Game Professional on the Japanese version, which is basically like a combination of the best assets of PAL and NTSC rolled into one delicious package.
Great.
There's really no point in using a merchant at all. I mean, you can't buy grenades or anything. So.
Of course, right.
Another thing about the QTE coming up in a couple of maps with the boulder, you'll notice that he sort of waited about half a second, maybe 3/4 of a second, to hit A and B after that. But at the final one, you want to wait until like the last minute before hitting the QTE. And because of the difficulty adjustment there, it had to wait a bit. Otherwise, that enemy on the right would have been more aggressive and jumped forward. That's just a trade-off of manipulating a switch. A lot of takes one less hit.
This guy will never hit whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, Sunblade is pretty ballsy to try that stuff. I never did just because I couldn't get the posts, sort of the between the damage and the logo parts consistently, but ironically, I'd find the easier versions harder.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so here's what I was talking about. You want to wait until the very end to dodge this boulder because you're running constantly, and this sprint animation is much faster than even the Hitman was. So you want to wait until the very end. Right now.
Yep.
Also, for some reason, even though Sunblade is playing with the GameCube controller, the prompts will always show up with the art style of the classic controller.
Yep.
Not sure why, but that's how it works.
Thank you, Curly W, for your $125 donation, donating to express my great appreciation for the Englishman's top-tier commentary. Also, hoping everybody can send best wishes to Clage, who's currently stranded in Iowa struggling to get a flight to AGDQ in time for his Castlevania Bloodlines run. You can make it, buddy.
We believe in you, Clage.
So, the problem in the game is loading times will affect the inventory. In this room, well, the Englishman should explain it.
Wait, the inventory?
I won't use the pause trick here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the black screen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's apparently a random glitch where you can have up to 30 seconds of black screen loaded if you are too quick on the pause thing. That's never had myself played. Galago is a run killer.
Yeah,
Probably the biggest run killer in the first 10 to 15 minutes.
It's a lot of RNG.
Yeah. It's not a lot of RNG. It is RNG incarnate.
It's like it's just like when you run this game, it's probably the part you hate the most. What's like in the entire run.
It's pretty fun when playing casually.
Yes.
Oh, you ain't that guy. Good, excellent.
Great.
Yeah. Basically, everything after the first 5 or 6 hits is where the random gets starts to come in.
Yep.
And even after 3 or 4 hits, it can still sometimes go on the one path and do your spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was pretty fast.
Dodge with so longer is so rare, even when you get the 10-hit version.
That's right. That
Oh,
was
I'm so
really
happy
cool.
right now.
Really good
this
highlight
is
there.
such a great intro.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
Sometimes if you really feel cautious or paranoid, you can pick up the extra 5 to make it through.
Yep.
But Sunblade's too manly for that.
Yep.
So this, I think, is this maybe the first time you used the PLR?
Yes.
PRL. I keep saying PLR.
Plugger removal laser.
I'll just call it the laser. That's okay.
Yeah.
So yes, this is the reward
It
that
is.
you get for beating the game on professional. If you just fire it normally by tapping A, it will stun every enemy on the map. And if you charge it down, it'll kill them. And it'll also do things like break these boxes or change
Yeah.
these boxes.
It's actually easier than all the, like the TMP in the game.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 is one of those games where the strategies for New Game Plus are so different that it ends up being almost as entertaining, if not more so,
Yep.
than the new game. There's far less randomness, like in the money drops for one thing. I mean, as great as it is to watch new games,
And
New
right
Game
now-
Plus is just so crazy.
We're gonna attain a really cool glitch right there.
No, I won't use it right
No,
now.
Oh, you don't use
Because
it
it's
in
not
the
worth it.
All right, good.
Yeah,
Never mind
I
that.
showed it off in my other run, but
Yeah, I think you missed it like twice.
I missed it twice, but it was worth it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I guess everybody should know by now.
Yeah.
And,
well.
Just to show the comparison, the record for NTSC GameCube is 145 something. My PB is 147.52. Just to sort of show the difference that loading time makes
Yep.
in the long run. Technically speaking, the fastest version of this game is PlayStation 3. But Sunblade is just so used to playing on the Wii version. I mean, there's like what 20 is like how like a 2 or 3 minutes difference version between what's the PS3 world record?
PS2 world record. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
PS3.
PS3 world record.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
PlayStation Store.
Yeah, the HD.
Yeah, it's for single segment. It's 1 hour 29:46
Yeah,
by Derek
so-
Taylor.
It's under 130, which is like insane.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
There also
Still
is
beatable, but I mean, like it's very.
unbelievably an
yeah.
iPhone version of RE4, which is actually not half bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, hardest boss fight in the game,
Yeah,
By
it's pretty
far.
hard. This boss is pretty hard.
and the loading time difference means that you don't even have to pause buffer here.
Yeah.
Like you on GameCube, you have to pause for 5 or 6 seconds, just so you don't get more black screen. And here's another area where I think the dogs are called the Los Caminos. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
And
I think
basically,
so.
they have no idea what to do with the game exit, so you can just run right past them. In new game, this is actually a pretty random area, particularly on professional. But yeah, they're just harmless cops.
Yeah, normally like in casual play, they're really hard to get around, but like
Yeah.
with the tipman glitch, it's like, oh, I just go around. See you guys.
We're not entirely sure how the Ditman glitch got in. I think it's from the user who discovered it,
Yep,
but it sounds cool.
of course.
So because Sunblade is playing with the gangster costume, Ashley gets her own special costume, which you'll see and hear momentarily. Actually, this is a great example of the game's sound design counteracting any powerful things. You guys, you have to listen to her clanking in her armor constantly.
I think like there's a glitch when you can see upper skirt, but is she doing that while she has the armor on?
No, it doesn't work.
Okay, all right. I wasn't really sure about it.
Can someone check my Twitch name on the stream? Because last time I did a...
Well, the way it works is that instead of cowering, Ashley will just flip down her visor and just stand there. Enemies will attempt to pick her up, and she won't move, but they'll throw out their backs while doing so. There's a funny little animation for that. I think so. It's been quite a while since I played it. I don't think I've lost anything. So.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Once we get to the first instance where Leon has to catch Ashley, they've added a new animation for that. It's pretty funny. Here, somebody's going to wait a couple of steps, to make sure that Ashley does not have to open the door. That saves about a second and a half.
Yep.
And when you're playing on GameCube, when you don't have the armor, these next two maps are also huge run killers.
The traps or?
It's the traps and also the enemies.
Yep. Like this one. Yeah.
And actually, the pitchfork guy gets me a lot more often than the.
And then the flame guy.
You have to watch out which one screams.
Yeah.
And then you know which route you
Oh, I
have to
didn't
take.
think of that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, the flame guy has a huge wind-up time though. It's the pitchfork guy has a pretty random chance of doing like a sort of like a jab, which has a much shorter tail. Yeah, see, like, actually will still stand still.
What?
Oh, come on. No.
The good news is you can be reckless with.
Can ask anything.
There we go.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You can be
Yeah,
reckless.
you just get around him.
Yeah, you can be
He's a
pretty
bastard.
reckless with weapons. You're very
That was
reckless
bad
with
luck.
weapons around Ashley because she's invincible while in the armor.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only disadvantage is to hear that clanking constantly.
That's why I'm turning it off
So-
when I can.
Basically, if you're deaf, you will love this costume,
Yeah.
even if you aren't. But
Well, it's pretty good looking, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like it's bothering.
so here there are several different triggers for ending the cabin fight. The fastest one is to just kill 40 enemies.
Yep.
It actually is possible. I've done this before to do it with no kill. You have to wait for 4 or 5 minutes. I think.
Yep.
Same thing with the village. It takes 6 minutes.
I think the fastest version is just like break any windows and just shoot right ahead like that.
Yeah, it's to shoot out of those 2 windows.
Yeah.
That's what it's in the style.
I mean, the strat for new game, normal new game, is just really different. You have to get some grenades.
You also want to make sure that Louis doesn't get grabbed at all.
Yep.
You can shoot the fire, sort of the scope of the fireplace over there. Well, that's pretty interesting to get to it. Yeah, you also want to make sure that the Louis doesn't get quite a few kills on his own. And you also want to make sure that you don't lose Hitman from switching or from taking damage. And if you accidentally hit an enemy,
There you go.
yeah, that rocket's not. Yeah, the rocket's gonna disappear. Any more donations? Or?
It's a good time for it. That's why.
Okay, yeah.
Exciting.
Thank you, Audio7, for your $50 donation. What's up, Sunblade and the Englishman? Audio7 here. As a fellow RE4 speedrunner, I know how much work goes into these runs, and glad to see RE4 run this in this year's HEDQ. I want to say thanks to the Englishman because without your run on HEDQ 2012, I would have never started running RE4. And to Sunblade, I wish you good luck on your run, and I hope you hit that 135. Man. P.S.
Never. It's
P.S.
already gone.
Ashley is still terrible. P.P.S. The game audio is a little loud. We want to hear the runners, please.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
1, I guess.
Your dynamic difficulty strategy is also different here when you have the armor, because part of it will sort of rely on actually getting hit as well as you while you're on the ski lift. Ideally, you wouldn't want to kill any enemies here, except for the 2 that jump down on top of the ski lift. I think it takes, what is it? You have to get down to yellow 2 times in order for it to work properly.
I'm just waiting until I get red life and heal myself up.
No, the strategy I used to use was get to yellow or red twice and have gold eggs.
The knife has so much priority for no reason.
Alright, let's.
There you go.
One more
You're
hit.
gonna switch the Chicago typewriter, right?
One more, just one more. Alright.
So the things that raise dynamic difficulty are killing enemies, you lose dynamic difficulty by dying, being inaccurate, taking damage, and using health items. which is why he's deliberately
Taking
wasting
damage.
shots here.
And taking
Although if we're
damage.
up to be able to shoot Ashley right now.
Yep.
For all of you really home. My dislike for Ashley is probably it's more passive aggressive. She can be cooperative and then she can't sometimes.
Yeah.
Like specific maps where I hate her more than others. I don't know. What's your opinion, Sunblade?
What?
What's your opinion on Ashley?
You've seen the situation a few rooms before. She sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Thank you for your $200 donation, Crazy Kyle. First off, kudos to everyone for putting the donations to a great cause. I lost my grandmother to lung and brain cancer on Thanksgiving Day and would love for this money to be put to good use. Put this $200 to the runner's choice.
Mariachi riding.
Are you okay, Leon?
Sunblade, what do you want to play for? You have $200 to play with. Where do you want to put it?
Minecraft?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
No time to
I
decide.
was just saying Minecraft like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was
Minecraft
great.
it is.
A late donation.
I hope I did the right thing.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to play and do something else while I'm playing.
That's no problem.
Yeah, so in addition to Sunblade and myself, the other brothers I can highly recommend are, as I mentioned before, Dayu Evil Duraga, who runs the GameCube version on Professional, new game. So no game-breaking weapons. There's also Storm Henry, who runs both PAL and NTSC GameCube Good Game Plus. And there's also there's Pipe.
Yeah. Well, he
Missing someone.
stopped playing Resident Evil 4
yeah?
after ESA.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Pipe and Sunblade had a race in the ESA. It was pretty entertaining. I'm sure I'm missing someone, but Derek Taylor and Alex
Taylor,
Snyder, but neither of them stream. But they're both great guys. Derek Taylor did an absolutely great PAL segmented new game and new game plus run.
There was that French guy as well.
I just mentioned that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sorry about that.
And there are a couple of new guys like Ammo Wolf.
Oh,
He's playing on PlayStation 3. And some other guys, but I can't recall their names right now.
although for those of you who complain about us running on New Game Plus, our answer is watch Dayu Evil Duraga. He's amazing.
So the current time should be something like 23 minutes,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken right now. If it's below 22:45, it's a new best split, but I doubt that.
What's the time? What's the run time?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not a best split, definitely.
It's still a good watch.
Yeah. So when it comes to NTSC, I would have been using Ashley as bait to try and lure the enemy over, but you don't need to do any of that with the laser, because you can just kill everybody on the spot. Except for that guy who spawned into me, and everybody despawns once the cannon is fired anyway, so there's no need to kill that extra guy.
Yep.
Were you using the charge or just the stun on Mendez earlier? I wasn't paying attention.
What?
On Mendez. Were you using the stun charge on
We're using
Wow.
the stun charge.
No. The full charge.
the full charge? Yeah. Yeah, this area is pretty much unchanged from my run from 2 years ago. It's just sort of pretty crazily optimized. There's not much else you can do.
Yeah.
And then there's this area. Oh, you're gonna
It
get
is
the
so,
battle.
it is so horrible.
Yeah, an easy way to tell what AI spawn you're gonna get is from whether that enemy is already inside by the time that you open that door. And if you see him outside, you know that you're in for a world of pain.
Yeah.
Whoa, that should open the door for you. Yeah, there you go. That was really good. It's... yeah, that's a lot harder to do than it looks.
Yeah.
Trust us in that.
I'd practice it like
Yeah.
a million times.
So many times, yeah.
More donations?
Thank you, Derek Alexander of the HBGN. Been a fan of SDA for years. Doom and Resident Evil 4 are two of my all-time favorite games. Keep up the great work.
Where did you leave Ashley?
At the picture where the key is at.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, in GameCube, that would have been a really bad idea, just because the enemies would spawn there. But I suppose you can take care of them right away.
No, it's a new strat. It works on GameCube as well.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. You will use the Chicago typewriter, kill all these guys, take her with you.
Oh, okay. I have not seen that before. Also, I think that gets canceled at some point on GameCube. There's a couple of maps where on GameCube, NTSC, you will get Tidman canceled on checkpoints for no good reason. So, as we mentioned before, Ashley is not completely immune to grab attack because her armor. She simply cannot be picked up, but that does not stop the enemies from trying to pick her up.
Yes.
They will try. Ashley will fall, and you will still need to recover her, but she won't be grabbed and carried away. So that's a plus.
I have to kill this guy.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Is it for the laser? Is it everyone on the map or everyone in your
No,
range?
no, please grab her. Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
Yes.
Ashley,
I'm sure that the chiropractors in Knox State are very grateful for this costume.
So much weight.
So the current time should be like 28 minutes,
Yeah.
something like that.
This area becomes even more trivial than usual with the laser.
Yeah.
It's already pretty easy, and now you can pretty much just do it
Well,
blindfolded.
no, I have to aim every time.
Oh yeah. So is it just the enemies in your code of vision rather than the ones who are on the map?
Now this area is really good to chill out a bit.
Yeah. There's also a first aid spray if you need it.
Yeah, I will drink it.
Yeah.
For further insurance.
There's not as much room to get the first aid spray of GameCube. You still have to.
What is this guy doing right here? This guy here.
Yeah, that
What's wrong?
guy. Yeah,
What the
that
hell?
guy
That
tends
guy.
to glitch out if you stand on the stairs.
Yeah.
Should
Perfect
be.
donation.
Okay. Thank you, Tingle's Palace, for your $70 donation. Challenge to say this in German for the donation guide. Sehr Glück, Sunblade. I tried my best.
What?
I assume it's good luck.
Ah, viel Glück? Alright.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's what I should have
Thank
said.
you.
And let's get serious now. Both my grandparents died to cancer a few years ago, and I have much respect for you and that you guys are raising money for this cause. But good luck on the urn, Sunblade. Much love. ESA's Poke Grill.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you can pretty much keep going with the donations until like the end of the chapter.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We'll just plow through these.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, BT Rainbow Jack. for your $50
This
donation.
guy right here, he entered the door. What the hell?
I've never seen that.
He wanted that first aid spray.
I guess you can continue right now. I guess. Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, keep
It's
going.
fine.
Keep going.
That's never happened before. It definitely takes priority. Hi guys, this will be my third donation of the marathon. Love to see how Resident Evil 4 can be done quickly. Loving the marathon and plan to give a lot more in the coming days. Put this towards Mappa for Wind Waker HD file name. We gotta get the RN God on our side.
Yeah.
That's true.
We must say our prayers to our Jesus.
Shout outs to RN Jesus.
Yep.
Thank you, Anonymous, for your $50 donation. Thanks for giving this to us on the coldest day of the year. And thanks to Kotaku for turning me on to this.
I know Destructoids for plugging us from the very beginning. I didn't know Kotaku was. So yeah, here's a perfect example of camera manipulation. Basically, the developer logic is, oh, if the player can't see the enemy, we don't want to blindside them by hitting them from an enemy that they can't see. It sort of backfires. The road to hell pays good intentions, I think. There's still always a chance that enemies can grab you, but their accuracy is significantly reduced if you cannot see them full on. And if you can get through here without a flash grenade or still flash grenade.
That happened.
Yeah, it's almost guaranteed to happen. I mean, no grab and no flash is like segmented stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I've gotten it maybe 3 or 4 times in all my attempts in this game. So yeah, it's pretty much bound to happen at some point.
Thank you, Stealthy Pie, for your $100 donation. Donating for my dad who died last year after a 5-year battle with cancer. Thanks for the stream. Always love it. Clink, 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 clink.
Well, not right now, but...
Here's another big disadvantage, aside from lack of the TMP glitch, is that in every version, every later version of this game, the red zealot in the gallery that holds the key is invincible when you first kick down the door. Whereas in my run, I just took it out with the bolt action rifle, and headshotted him. You cannot do that. You have to chase him for a bit. It's weird that on the NTSC version, a full-on headshot is the only thing that can take it down. Not even a rocket launcher, unless you really lower the difficulty.
Yeah.
Like considerably. Yeah, the trade being that the carbon is actually more powerful than the semi-auto, but obviously it's single round, so. I actually don't know the strategy for Wii, so let's see what it's Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was
Well, in segment,
get it from there.
That was surprisingly straightforward.
Yeah.
Just turn around and shoot the guy.
Yeah, there's another way.
You should
Like
do that more often.
you shoot the guy exactly where he is right there. You
Yeah.
throw a grenade. Like I think, like it's mostly new game normally, but in new game plus.
I used that in New Game Plus
Yeah,
segment, but
one
this
little
strategy
thing
is
I
really
should-
risky.
Oh,
in
here's
single
another
player.
thing. On PAL and the Wii version, the menu does not reset when you're doing this puzzle, so you can just a lot less clumsy. I don't think it should be talked about because Sunblade is doing it quite a bit, and it may sort of go over the heads of people who don't really know the game well, is that quite often when you need to switch weapons while going into another room or using the key, you will go to the inventory and then just use the L button to go with these items, which saves having to scroll through the text. It doesn't save that much time, but it adds up when considering how often you have to do it. And as we mentioned before, because there's no TMP glitch, you have to do the maze in Chapter 3 too.
Yep.
Which I am completely unfamiliar with. I haven't played the maze in several years.
Yeah, because he always been doing
Yeah,
the TMP glitch, of course.
Same thing with, is it the King's Grail in, no, it's the Queen's
Is it?
Grail
Yep.
in Chapter 4.
Yeah.
And normally you do like a TMP glitch right there, but
Yeah.
it's just
On the other door, obviously.
yeah, exactly.
So
But the garden maze is not hard.
I am interested to see what the garden maze strategy will sort out.
Yep.
Brand new stuff, folks.
Yeah, there's a little space in between these barrels.
Generally, this game is pretty forgiving when it comes to collision with non-enemy objects.
Yeah.
Since I have no idea what the hell's going on, do you want to do donations, Roman? Or?
Yeah.
No more donations?
We got some donations. No, we're just digging through it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spanish, for your $15 donation. What are you buying? Hopefully a winning ticket for some awesome chainsaw controller. My favorite Resi game. I can't wait to see it ripped apart. Good luck, Sunblade.
Thanks.
What a boy. I never heard that before. That was like a...
Well, RNG causes cancer. We need more donations.
Also
Thank you,
dogs.
Myers Kurt, for your $50 donation. This is my first time watching HEDQ after watching the archives for the past year. Thanks to Giant Bomb for bringing me here, and good luck. Have Batman do all of the runners.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous, for your $15 donation. $1 million donation hype. I believe that is the desire to get us to $1 million, as that was not $1 million.
It's the thought that counts.
It is the thought that counts.
Oh, lucky you. You don't even have to aim at that one ball. you lucky son of a gun.
Yeah.
You try to aim that
Yo,
thing. it's,
this part in the new game is just like insane.
In
You-
New Game,
you use
in New
the
Game Plus
TFP.
segment, you're just using a grenade because it's faster.
In new game, you would use the TMP to
Yeah.
to shoot down to knife the lock. Because knifing it takes like 4 or 5 swipes, whereas it's 2 or 3 seconds of continuous fire. In the TMP.
That was close.
Yeah.
But it's
The
okay.
mace attack is like one of the hardest to use with the C-stick manipulation. Unless you can delay the attack somehow, you're pretty much always going to get hit. And let's see how the shield guys. Yeah. They have good shields. Go down. Oh, you're not.
What?
You don't
That
use
was weird
the,
though. That was weird.
Oh, do you not use the C down for that?
See down? Is it a new
Yeah, you
trick?
can use the camera trick to get them to do the shield bash.
Oh, I see. That's a new one.
Speaking of not having to aim, same thing because we mentioned before Ashley is invincible with the armor, so you can just shoot a rocket right at her, as opposed to having to aim with those GameCube jumps.
Hashtag never heard before.
Yeah, shooting at that particular torch extends the splash damage just far enough that kill all of the first wave in one shot.
Yeah.
And yes, that trick. I love that trick so much.
I can't open it.
Oh, you're
Bang.
food.
Surprise!
Yeah. There you go. Bam.
So I won't use any further difficulty adjustment right here because I'm gonna die when I'm shooting a rocket at myself.
Both Ashley and Leon will get a health refill at the end of this chapter. Normally, you'd be lowering the difficulty even further by shooting a rocket, but Sunblade's health was too low to do one safely.
So I hope that the current time is like 38 or 39.
Yep. What's the time?
Nobody's listening. What the hell? Alright.
Oh, okay, that's great. Usually I'd be happy to get 42, 43 on Bluetooth.
There we go.
Yeah, this is another good donation part.
Oh, we might not have new donations. Now's a great time to give shout-outs to our language restreamers. Our French restream is at twitch.tv/MrMV, and our German restream is at twitch.tv/exe_DE.
Shoutouts to Dominic. And one more German sentence. Ich hoffe, du kommentierst das hier richtig. Sonst gibt's Ärger nächstes Mal.
I guess special shout-outs to the French streams as well. Bonjour à vous. Je pense à vous du Canada.
Wonderful shout-outs.
Yeah, I just told him to commentate it correctly.
Is it me?
I mean, yeah. You mean what I meant? It just meant that, like, shout out to you from Canada.
I'm much better at reading French than I am hearing it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's just like French Canadian is so much like it's weird for French as well, for French people as well.
Well, the thing is, in the Canadian French system, we actually Canadian school system, we do learn Parisian French. So it's so weird to hear Joao for the first time.
Yeah, I know. Like the accent is pretty weird, but I guess you get used to it.
The accent is definitely the dialect.
Yeah.
Anyway, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about that. I remember.
Yeah, another
we're
thing, you
playing
can just
a game
go
where
right to the QTs.
yeah.
Ashley will die in 2 QTs normally with any other costume. And it just saves time.
Yeah.
If you have very, very low dynamic difficulty, you can survive 1 QT while still being in the green. But that pretty much is out of the question. The TAS actually does it differently for the new game TAS, which we'll probably also mention. Soul Calabrian has a TAS on the Japanese version of GameCube Resident Evil 4, which is on TAS videos. Very good stuff.
Thank you very
There's
much.
a lot of downtime in this part.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll get through what we can. Thank you very much, Nanook, for your $15 donation. Hey, Sunblade, greetings from Germany. Do you remember when the United Ian, where the kitchens were burning? I was the cook. Very cool run this far. P.S. Awesome hats. P.P.S.
Continue. Sorry.
Sorry. How about we'll just leave it there. Feel free. Continue.
No. You can continue with the donations.
Okay, all right.
I won't say anything.
Thank you, Def Razor, for your $10 donation. It's awesome to see the gaming community be so willing to donate such a such a serious cause as preventing cancer. Keep up the good work, gamers. Thank you, Anonymous, for your $5 donation. My dad beat prostate cancer and is now battling Galumi-Barrett syndrome too. Thanks for showing both of us life goes on. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, that little cutscene there will cancel Hitman on GameCube. This area also lags a lot on GameCube. Like, you usually see like 20, 25 frames per second in this area. And in fact, every single cutscene here will cancel Hitman on GameCube. So generally we wait until after we've already gotten the crescent, not crescent, the placement. I forget the name of it. There you go, the lion ornament. I knew it was this one. Generally on GameCube you would wait until right now to actually get Hitman. And I knew we were flipping the TRP because we would use that to skip our speed scale.
Thank you, Seasons Guide, for your $10 donation. Seasons Guide here, loving the RE4 run. Putting my money toward Mork's DKC3 Warpless run. P.S. I hear he is pretty free at Melee.
Yeah, no, I was pretty free actually. Cosmo just destroyed me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Melee and Project M as well behind the scenes.
I guess a good shot fire Cosmo as well. He has great spacing, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, get better, you scrub. Thanks, Seasons Guy, by the way. Much appreciated. See you at the DKC3 run.
If you're gonna fire shots, don't do it so close to my head. I might go deaf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Put a silencer on it. So there's another instance of using the inventory screen to place items, just so that you don't have to sit through the "it's still incomplete" text again. Even though you're not switching weapons here.
A reminder about some donation incentives that are coming up. The closest donation incentive that is still going on is Who to Save in Metal Gear Solid. Be sure to get your donations in for that. Also, Metal Gear Rising is coming up. The donation costume is still up for grabs.
Yeah, if anyone asked me if anyone asked me to put some of their money, put all of the stuff towards Mario 2,
Wait.
yeah, so this puzzle, weird thing about moving blocks, you sort of, when you do it with Ditman, you sort of clip through them a little bit. You'll see it with the Krauser fight.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny. There's no collision error. It's not, you can't get stuck in them. It's just amusing. So this whole part would be skipped in Game 2, just because you could shoot out the lock on the other side.
So you have plenty of time to read donations right now.
Once again.
Yeah, pretty much up until the fight over the King's Trail.
Yeah.
You're free.
It's a code here.
Now's a great time to remember why we are all here. We are raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Prevent Cancer Foundation has invested over $134 million in support of cancer prevention research, education, and advocacy in programs nationwide, and has played a pivotal role in developing a body of knowledge that is the basis for the important prevention and detection of cancer.
Yeah. So taking damage on those QTEs is part of lowering the difficulty once again.
Yep.
Mainly because 4-1 is an extremely combat-heavy chapter once you lose Ashley. Spoilers, you lose Ashley. You do that quite often. Losing Ashley is not something that's a rare occurrence in this game.
Yeah.
So, and if you let yourself hit, the recovery on hit is much better than on dodge, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Getting some
Although
seconds.
there is a rocket launcher strategy for that. If you shoot at exactly the right spot, particularly on the second wave, just underneath the table where the King's Trail is, you can get all three of them on the splash damage. It works with the regular rocket launcher too. The difficulty's low enough. You are going to get back in. Oh, you did that.
Thank you, Ira Sam, for your $50 donation. Hey guys, great job with the run so far. This is my second time watching AGDQ live, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Keep it up.
I take it you're saving flash grenades for the bugs, right?
What?
You're saving flash grenades for the bugs?
Yeah.
The bug cavern?
No, for the box, for 5-4.
Oh yeah, 5-4.
And 5-3 and 5-2 and 5-1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bug cavern both here and also in 4.2 is really bad on GameCube. Because the 4.2 version, much like in the fire room earlier, every single cutscene will cancel it right on GameCube, whereas none of them do on every other version. You can also use the C-stick. Actually, no, you don't have to.
What the fuck?
Why?
Where do I have it?
This one.
Yeah. The way that C-stick works on the bugs is that you basically want to manipulate them into doing their side swipe attack, which has a long wind-up time, and particularly with Bitman, basically if you can get like 9 or 10 enemies in a row to do the side swipe attack if you use the C-stick properly.
Well, I didn't expect that the
Yeah.
one enemy is still alive and going to grab me. So, did his kick attack.
I guess you probably should have returned a little bit more,
Yeah.
or was it a late spawn?
Well, I don't know. I just
Yeah,
went with
these
it.
cannons are no danger, even on new game.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
not
you
really.
can easily outrun them. It's not like in 3-1. And then there's the three planks, which are destroyed all once again with the laser. Strategies vary for new game as well as for GameCube New Game Plus. I tend to use the striker, which mystifies pretty much everybody else, but I just prefer it. The spread, even though the spread on the thing is bad, but you don't have to switch weapons. And then you gonna use grenade strategy or no? Yeah,
No.
of course, yeah.
Yo, I need
TRL,
I
you
need
have
the
almost
grenade.
everything. Yeah, there's a good grenade strategy for getting rid of the second wave of guys.
Oh, that was close. Oh my
Oh,
lord.
that was close, yeah. Look right here.
In the GameCube version, you're just throwing a grenade down there. But
I thought
no,
you could cancel that cutscene. It was not.
I hate this guy.
Oh,
This happens
Okay, it's
sometimes.
okay.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Okay, fuck that.
Yeah.
oh.
Can you control the RNG on that guy?
You can with the C-stick.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect range.
You can say it's a great gun.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly easy to get, but it's so satisfying to use. when you
Yeah,
get it.
of course. Like this.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the Glitch isn't worth here because the loading times in this room are pretty high because of those two Gyarados, and yeah, that's why I'm not using it.
Although on GameCube, it's good to use Hitman here because
Ah, yeah.
it's super rapid out there anyway.
Yes, definitely.
So a bit of an explanation for the QTE cancel that will come up in a bit. The way that Verdugo's attacks work in the first section before he reveals himself is that he actually attacks slightly ahead of you. So if you stop at the very last second, you can dodge the QTE. The reason why we don't want to do the QTE because it's one of the things that can cancel the Hitman glitch, along with that
Right,
cutscene.
exactly.
Well, hopefully I can
that
pull this
happens
off.
with every version. But yeah, basically, if Sunblade is, when Sunblade has the good reflexes, you'll be able to dodge just by stopping for like a quarter of a second, just before the tentacle comes out to attack him. So let's see. You can do this, Sunblade.
I'm pretty wasted right now, so I hope I can pull this off.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only guaranteed one. But that's the
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
Woo! You got a really
Good
fast
job.
second here, laser there. That was a really good job. Yeah, and that switch will also cancel Hitman on every version. Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that BRL track.
Oh, come on.
It's a pretty new game. It's
Yeah,
like, you
it's-
just use a laser and bye-bye.
Yep.
So easy. I mean, like, the strat is not really easy, but I mean, like, it
Yeah,
looks
you
easy.
generally just nitrous and rocket launcher for
Yeah.
for GameCube.
I bet like a lot of people that used to play this game casually just had like a lot of pain just passing this guy, and he just did it like in a second.
You can technically just hide and run everywhere.
Yeah.
Although
but-
if you try to go back in the elevator afterward, just go stand right there and do it instantly. So the mines coming up. Another big difference between GameCube and every other version. You can actually destroy the boulder.
Yeah.
Whereas there are two different ways you can do it. Normally on GameCube, or there's this very complicated and very hard to do out of bounds trick,
Yeah.
which is like has like a 10 pixel window, something like that. It's very
Is he doing it or not? Is he just destroying the boulder or just?
He's just destroyed the boulder. You
Okay,
can do that
right.
on Wii. But the out of bounds is not fun to do.
I know, right? It's like a run record if you really want to do it.
And it saves like a minute. You can pull it off.
Yeah.
And also aiming that was pretty important because he would have flinched if he had hit the boulder instead of shot in the back there.
This one is a really good part
Yeah.
too. You should probably talk about it.
There's also a soft lock here. If you get grabbed at the same time as you kill the enemy, and you don't,
Yeah.
What the hell?
Man, dude.
yeah, I discovered a soft lock.
I almost died.
Yeah, this area has an out of bounds trick for New Game, which is actually slower in New Game Plus.
Yes.
Just because of how quickly you can get rid of the enemies.
Though in the new game you do an out of bound trick, but it's just
With Ditman and
yeah, and going
and
through-
that's the zip line.
yeah, exactly discipline.
You do the zip line twice.
And you go out of bounds to go straight to the door.
So this is one of the most painful areas
Oh,
in the
yeah.
whole game.
Oh yeah.
It's even more painful on GameCube, where every single cutscene
Yeah,
will cancel
definitely.
Hitman. So that's only GameCube.
Wow,
on
that was
PS2.
very close.
Yeah.
GameCube PAL still allows it for some reason. I don't know why the PAL version has such big differences. Just on the little things that you wouldn't expect it.
So the problem is if you activate the switch, one novice starter will spawn from out of bounds and will be really a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
job.
that's perfect. So currently I'm having not the advantage of the 2.6% boost from the no weapon animation. That's why I have to wait for this crusher right here. But it's totally worth it. Luckily I'm past it now.
And he's just going to avoid getting part of the Salazar family crowd there. So we don't need it.
Yeah.
This chapter is an excellent one to get rid of donations once we get into the mine cart.
You can go on with the donations.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Chris Rogers, for your $25 donation. The best is just keeps getting better. Thank you guys so much for putting on this awesome event. It is the highlight of my year. Shout outs to DJ McKinnon. Put this money toward the guy on the couch getting a jersey from a good team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the Canadians, to be honest. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
There's a good rivalry.
I'm the first to admit that the Leafs are pretty terrible right now.
Yeah, and the Canadians are great, so that proves that Canadians are better than the Leafs.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
No, it's because there's a big rivalry between those two teams. So yeah.
There's rivalry between all 6 Canadian teams, really.
Thank you, Swato, for your $10 donation. Hello, guys, from the team behind the French Restream. Keep going. We love you.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, FAL, for your $10 donation. This is my first time watching AGDQ, and it won't be my last. No one close to me has endured the battle with cancer, but every year I donate some way, somehow. I'm glad I found you because of this great entertainment and this great cause. Great runs.
It's also worth noting that if he had not got into the inventory, he would have lost Bitman for those last couple seconds.
Thank you, 00 Nothing, for your $10 donation. I want that chainsaw, and I also want those animals dead. Coincidence? That's
I
all.
guess.
Perhaps.
I never played with that chainsaw controller.
It's so awkward, but it's really cool.
Is the game playable with that controller?
Huge. Like, it plays awkward. Speedrunning it with this controller is just really weird, but like, it looks really cool.
For the next time, we have to put a donation incentive for using the controller.
Oh, that would be great, actually.
Yeah.
Like if you actually had the GameCube one, because the donation incentive is for the PS2 one, but yeah. Like the yellow one, that would be great. I could probably bring it.
I will keep that in mind for the next time.
All right, cool.
That's a cool idea. Last time...
Like, it would probably cost you like around 10 minutes, just because like you try to figure out the controls.
Well,
like,
I will practice with it.
Yeah, of course. Right.
Pretty good time for further donations.
Are you going to
Right
try
here.
to...
Nothing to do.
Are you going to try to invincibility fade your way past the wooden plagues?
All right, thank you for your $60 donation, Jordan C. Hello from Canada. My first AGDQ I'm watching live and donating for. My uncle had lung cancer, went through chemo, and lost all his hair except for his handlebar mustache. Now he is healthy and back to being cool. Put this towards Sebastian Buret. Also, please tell the Englishmen that they love his voice.
I wish I could say the same.
What?
This guy. What were you saying right before? You asked me a question.
About you can use the vault over animation to go through the planks without destroying them.
What?
So you can use the vaulting over animation for invincibility phase to go through those planks without.
Yeah. But I never tried that before.
Yeah. It's fun to do.
Some guy asked me about the Krauser and Leon cutscene voiceover. Who did?
I'm starting to lose my voice. I would love to do it. I really would.
Yeah, you should do that. We need some donations for
for that.
Come on, guys.
Thank you, Zed,
Alright.
for your $30 donation. For you, the day Bastion graced the village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a important sentence of Bison in the Street Fighter series.
Thank you, Sam Stewart, for your $10 donation. I knew I was going to donate during Resident Evil 4 right away for that chainsaw controller. It's a nice little bonus for my money. Marathon has been amazing so far. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ike Estralas. Keep up the good work for the game. Keep up the good work with those
think I got my
games.
hand.
It's really great initiative.
you wanna-
I hope you guys make
I
it
guess,
to
right.
the millions.
You're tired of it? I guess.
I can hold it.
Alright, okay.
So what I'm doing right now is to distract this guy right here so I can get past him without getting hit. And I want to distract the red Illuminato as well.
Alright. Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, right. Oh, God, combo.
These guys. Oh,
oh.
wait.
Ah!
Well, at least you learned that, right, guy? Up
Yeah.
there. That's good.
All right.
If I'm gonna do that voice, I'm gonna have to get some water.
Do you want to hold it? I just can't wait for Solid's battle. It's so hard. Alright, okay. I'm gonna hold it.
So as many of you might know, there's a trick out of bound glitch which grants you to skip the Salazar boss fight, but I
Yeah.
won't use this one
Oh,
because
really?
I'm pretty much wasted and it needs an enormous amount of precision in order to do that. And,
Yeah.
if you fail it once, you will lose like 30 seconds and it will save like only 10.
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's not worth it
It's
now.
mostly for segmented runs.
Yeah, but I will use that on my further single segment world record attempts.
Yeah, of course. That's obvious.
But for a marathon, it would be safer if I leave that out.
Thank you, Gregor, for your $100 donation. Row, row, fight the power. Regards from Sweden. Thank you, Capitalist Kami, for your $20 donation. For the great stream. In my past 6 years, my dad has beaten leukemia, colon cancer twice, and liver cancer. He is a champ, and here's to hoping others can be champs too. Runner's choice. Which is Minecraft still?
I don't know. It could be GT64, I guess. It's your choice, actually. It's not mine. I guess pretty easy. So let's say Minecraft is. Oh, this guy's not dead. Alright. how it goes to also.
That's a place where you actually have to aim with the POL in order to kill him.
There you go.
The weapon doesn't detect his eye as an enemy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No,
No, he's not doing it.
I'm too wasted for that. I just waited and waited and waited to do the run and... Oh.
Yeah, the Salazar
Yeah,
skip is
you
a
know.
really... it's a really, really
It's like-
precise trick.
It's the hardest glitch in the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where one is doesn't do anything, but when you hold it up, it presses L1, which is the
Thank you, A Kitty Cat, for your $10 donation.
Yeah, I thought
Haven't
it
been
would
able to
hold
watch
like
too much
this,
of the
yeah,
stream
like
this year, but I've
split
loved
it
every
like this,
second
right?
that I've been able to see.
Something
Keep
that-
up the great work,
That's
guys.
Like this, right? That's weird, but I guess it works. Really cool control.
Thank
Have
you,
to pause
Andrew,
it.
for your $5 donation. Hi from Cape Town, South Africa. First time watching AGDQ Live. I'm really enjoying watching the runners absolutely destroy games that I've personally struggled with. Keep up the great work.
My pleasure.
There's a really great glitch right there where he's going out of bounds.
I still have one other game to couch, so I'll do Leon's voice.
Alright.
So here's another very precise spot where basically it allows you to skip
There you go.
Party Island and got it first try. Yeah, basically allows you to skip all of that island section and go right
You
to
should have
the-
put up a donation incentive for playing this part. I didn't play this part for almost 5 years.
Yeah. Me too.
Nobody does.
Yeah, nobody plays that game.
Yeah. But you can do the egg glitch, I guess.
Somewhere we just made a level designer cry. Yeah. You definitely always want to knife or at least incapacitate that RPG guy because he has like a 90% chance of shooting you when you approach the door.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
That was pretty close.
Yeah.
We the amount of gas.
5-1 is personally one of my favorite chapters in the game.
In fact, this is my favorite chapter of all chapters because you can skip so much here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool tricks.
There is a way to do it without moving, but it's without stopping, but it's very hard. I think Derek does it in a segmented run. It's the only time you'll see the map screen in the whole game.
Yeah.
Shout out to the map screen.
Yeah. You will be missed.
Definitely.
So here, nice.
Yeah, that was great. Can you explain what happened actually? Because it was really
We're on
fast.
fire on this chapter.
I guess you could explain what happened because
Yeah, it's an exploit where the door will stay open while the dynamite guys are throwing the explosives, and if you have the Ditman glitch, you can just sneak through with good timing.
yeah, there's a tiny gap for it. You got it in the first try, which was really cool. These guys used to spook me off a lot.
Yeah. Generators are pretty creepy.
Yeah, when I was at the freezer, actually, it was like the
You
most
try and
scary
dodge
part.
the second one?
Like, the one in the freezer was actually the one that scared me. I don't know why.
That only happens if you take out the thermal scope.
Or this one, I guess. But
Yeah, it is possible to dodge that regenerator without moving.
But he has
Yeah.
to do the right attack.
Using the C-stick, but it only works if he does his grab attack as opposed to that one arm slinging attack, which will always get you. Yeah, if you C-stick it.
Well, it's freezing right here, like in this freezer.
Same as that one.
you can't really do it on reaction, so I just fake them out.
Thank you, Bananas Go Move, for your $50 donation. Hey guys, thanks for hosting the stream. I've watched it live for 2 years now and just want to say how cool it is. Anyways, thanks for the hard work. Thank you, Anonymous, for your $20 donation. One of my friends died of cancer over Christmas break. It's not much, but I hope that this money leads to a world where something like that can't ever happen again. I love what you guys do, and please keep it going.
No, being there.
Oh!
Yeah, that's rarely the case.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's pretty much luck as to whether you can fake out all those guys. There's just too many to keep track of. Here's the only regenerator we're killing in the entire game. Technically, it's an Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Iron Man. Yeah, that's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, I love the bend as well.
And now it's dead. Thanks.
Yeah,
No more Run to the Hills for you.
shout out to the Iron Maiden.
Yes.
You will be missed.
Not.
Not really. Shout out to the band though.
Thank you, Frost, for your $20 donation. Cancer's like not cool, yo. I hope this goes to a good cause. Also, yay video games!
Yay.
Yay! You are wondering what cause these donations are going to. All donations at this marathon will be going to the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
This area changes considerably if you load for the save here. Not only will the cutscene play out, but the enemy layout will be slightly different. And yeah, it gets to the point where basically 5-1, if you're doing a segmented run, 5-1 and 5-2 need to be on the same segments because loading from save is considerably slower, at least on GameCube. I don't know about PS3 though, or Wii. Is there anything about segments play? Oh, you can also leave Ashley behind.
Yeah. He's invincible, and the cutscene will be triggered right here.
And even when Ashley's not invincible, I mean, you can still easily outrun the enemies when they grab her.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that thing?
It's fun how she needs to help you to push that thing. I mean, she probably can't even push an apple. Yeah.
So if you do the wait follow me command multiple times, Regenerados and Iron Maidens will get more aggressive and run forward to you, so you don't have to wait at this point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I will demonstrate it later.
I learned something new about this
next
game every
part.
day. This area is actually faster to the pacifist. Because the wrecking ball is on a timer, you can just throw down flash grenades constantly.
Where's my siren meter? So you can play through this cutscene because I can't explain it in English.
You could
really.
let the cutscene play because the enemies will still be stunned and their timer won't go down, and the wrecking ball still has to go down anyway. So it makes the stun grenade last longer.
It's a bit late.
Yeah, and new enemies won't spawn in unless other enemies die, like the ones that are dropped into the lava. So you don't really have to worry about any new enemies, or many new enemies.
So I'm doing the wait follow me command now and see what happens.
Yeah. Wait, follow me. That one I knew about. I didn't know about the one in the other area. And you can also use Ashley as a door stop here. Wait. Like so.
Yep.
There, Ashley has a use.
Yep.
So if we run against the door, Ashley will run as well.
Me, Leon.
You can press X to make it cut through the door.
Yeah.
But there's no X on the GameCube controller.
Yes, there is.
Oh yeah, there is. Wow, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry about that, people.
I should have been.
I'm a gamer, I swear.
So you could have a reference.
Yeah, like on the PS2, there is the X right there for people that don't know gaming. And on the GameCube controller, the X is on the right side.
Yeah.
Do I really have to explain that? Sorry about that.
Yeah. What is the actually command on PS2? Is it circle?
No, I mean like it's probably like compared to it's probably circle. It's situated where the circle is on the PS2 controller.
So much like earlier on the ski lift, Sunblade is wasting his striker ammo to lower the difficulty for the rest of Chapter 5.
Yep.
This is also
As I said before, less
perfect
accuracy
opportunity
means
to donate,
easier.
but I gotta get some more water.
Yep.
Thank you both for your $20 donation. Love the stream, love the cause. Keep it up, everyone. I will watch every day. My dad beat bladder cancer in 2008, so this is an amazing cause. Thank you, Honaga, for your $20 donation. Hello, salute for the French stream. I feel like I should pay for 168 plus hours of entertainment. You guys are all good. You guys are doing a good thing. I am glad to see and donate for 2 years in a row. Good luck to TMR and Battletoads Warpless. I'm setting my alarm to see you. Also, can I get a nice loud Ric Flair woo from everyone in the room for raising all this cash? So I think we need to do that coordinated. So let's try that all together. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Fantastic.
Shout out to Ric Flair because he retired at 20% actually. Really good wrestler.
Shout out to Ric Flair.
Is Ric Flair in the chat right now?
Ric Flair, if you're in the
Yeah, can we
chat,
get him on Skype?
can we get you on Skype?
Doing the whoo.
Thank you, Ace, for your $100 donation. Hey guys, best stream marathon yet. Although I miss Dark Souls and a few other speedrunning games, I'm looking forward to the Zelda speedrun sessions. Thank you for your time, taking your time to entertain us all. I love you. Thank you, Salamic, for your $50 donation. Thanks for a great show for a good cause. My influenza just got a bit easier to endure. Thank you, Paula Phoenix, for your $12.08 donation. I love you, Sunblade. Go, go, go.
What is he doing here? Come on.
Yeah, like
It's this guy.
dude.
Ah, yeah. It's funny.
What are you doing?
In these slower auto-scrolling sections of the game, have you experimented at all with methods to speed them up?
Yes.
Yeah,
But there's no way.
there's not really any way to speed them up. Like there's no skip for them. These are some sections that you really have to pass to make the game just advance. So yeah, there's really no other way to do it. Unless you find like a wrong warp, but it will not be the case in Resident Evil 4.
The wrong one is everything, so
Always complaining. And she's driving. Seriously?
How old is she anyway?
There you go.
Doesn't work. Damn.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn. Right. Really the worst driver ever.
What a coincidence. We are the place where I need to be. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, why not, I guess.
Come on.
Like,
The
probably.
merchant right here. What the hell?
Oh, he's just hanging out. Welcome back.
Oh, I also lied. This is the second time you see the map screen.
Yeah.
Oh, like now you'll
Go
be
back
missed.
for encore.
I was pretty hyped for this second map, actually. I was.
Who wants to be Krauser?
Yeah, Crowder's coming up, so you have to do the voiceover, I guess.
Great.
I tell you, I want to say my voice. I'm doing Leon.
Well, maybe.
Ooh, that was close.
So close.
Now's also a great time to remind everyone that we have some foreign language restreams, streams that are
There you go.
not in English. The German restream is at twitch.tv/exe_de. That is the German restream. And the French restream is at twitch.tv/MrMV.
Been a long time, comrade. Krauser! I died in the 2 years ago. Is that what they told you? You're the one who kidnapped Ashley. You came out quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sampler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this!
Trust me, like you, I'm American.
Shoutouts to Pipe right here.
You got hurt, Paul, just for that?
Oh, ridiculous.
A subtle hint on how to defeat Krauser. I get the feeling this shot was supposed to be a QT, but he couldn't figure out how to do it.
All for Umbrella's sake. Umbrella! Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade. Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
That's so realistic. Oh my gosh.
All right.
You may be
Maybe
able
able
to
to
prolong your life,
but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death,
is
is
it?
it?
It's like Leon was there, actually on the couch.
And yeah, as you can see,
each other.
you can see the mafia costume right here because
It's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
so the
It's a
developers
living!
the developers forgot to
All right.
So yeah, the developers forgot to implement the mafia costume into the cutscenes.
Yeah, that's a holdover for the PS2 version. Anyway, there are several different ways to skip the lasers. I don't know which one you're doing.
Tipman one?
Oh, different way, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There are two other ways. There's one like to sort of bounce off the wall, and then there's one where you let go of B for like 2 frames.
But like, in a marathon, 2 frames? Really? I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
It's really hard to pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly for
The weapon
segmented.
switch is by far the easiest way, and it's just because I think the game sort of compensates for your initial running speed and not if you switch into the middle. Because the lasers themselves aren't deadly. It's the failure of the QTE that is. And then we have U3.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Yeah, U3 is RNG hell. Also, this cutscene cancels Hitman on GameCube.
Yeah, and you can't really dodge them like.
Quite a bit actually. Most of the checkpoints don't.
Oh right.
It's just that there are more of them on the PS2 and Wii versions. Yeah, U3 is a pretty fun area if you are lucky, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, these quick time events right
And
here.
like mentioned before, QT, unfortunately, Sunblade got pretty unlucky there. You can get through this without ever having to do a QT or even to dodge one. So now, before triggering the next cutscene, he's going to destroy both of these, just to get an easier time of it. And hopefully he'll keep to that for the rest of this cage.
Yeah.
And then there's a really cool trick. 2 different ways to do it. You can use either a grenade.
He will attack. He will attack.
Yeah, you can use either a grenade or the infinite rocket launcher to destroy the switch from the other side.
There you go.
And you basically hit the second switch first, and then you have to only do part of the maze when U3 transforms. Also, those items are not there on ATSC.
So just for fashion.
Yeah.
Not everything on PAL. Not everything on PAL.
It's not faster, but just for fashion.
Do you get the rocket glitch?
What?
The head? Oh no, you didn't.
No.
You didn't get the special rocket launcher glitch.
I didn't see that.
You just when you use it, it's the one where the animation is placed wrong when you're putting it in your hand.
I didn't see that one before. I know the glitch from 1.1 in the NTSC version. Is that the same?
Yeah,
same
it's the same one as that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if it
Yeah.
works.
Yes.
Does it work on
Yeah.
PAL?
On NTSC GameCube, it works when you knife Verdugo.
Yeah.
Or sorry, U3.
Ah, I see. All right.
Yeah, this area takes a while to optimize. If you're feeling really swaggy, you can just throw a single flash grenade down there, or you can just run past it.
Yeah.
Either way, I usually throw down a flash grenade if I have an extra one available to me. And then we get to Krauser,
Yeah.
which is far and away the easiest boss fight in the entire game, isn't it, Sunblade?
Not in casual gaming though.
It can be a pain in the ass, but it usually is really easy to defeat.
Although getting the one shot on his final form is pretty much luck based.
Yeah.
For what I've been able to do. I almost never get it.
Well, you can manipulate it. If he uses his machine gun, you can run against the wall.
Yeah.
Like right now, he's throwing out.
Yeah,
right?
use the,
if you run
grenade.
against the wall, he won't hit you with his machine gun, which is pretty convenient.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of doing it that way. I always shoot it out the window, because that's how I saw Derek do it. Also, you can use the rocket launcher's flinching to flinch earlier than when the flashbang does. And if you time it right, you can save like 2 seconds every time he disappears from the flash grenade. Because he's already flinching.
So, shout out to Derek Taylor at this point. We have to do a race someday.
Yeah, Derek Taylor is the god of RE4 PAL on GameCube. And this is what I was talking about earlier with statues and the bitmap glitch. You're not doing it?
That might be too far.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
also,
it's too far. But it's okay.
Yeah, you have to sort of get like a half step. It's a little easier to do when you have to hit activate at the time. Or does this cutscene cancel Hitman on the Wii or? Is that cutscene cancel?
No, I'm not. Just not used to that.
Yeah. Well, now we won't get to see the clipping glitch I've been packing up for so long. Anyway, it's okay. Yeah. You have to be pretty fast to make sure Krauser doesn't shank you from behind there. That, not getting your throat slit QT is definitely one of the more annoying ones.
Don't respond, or you will waste time.
Thank you, Bob Sagat, for your $50 donation. It just says, Bison!
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Justin M., for your $50 donation. My girlfriend and I were watching some past SDA uploads on YouTube, and we're very happy to see that the marathon is currently going on. Good luck to everyone on all of the runs.
Oh, I was talking about with the rocket launcher. It is so hard to one cycle them.
Yeah.
I mean, it saves like 30, 45 seconds if you can get it, but you have to if it deflects off of his sort of arm shield, then it'll only do half damage, and by that point he'll have run away. But you have to do it while he's in the middle of a certain specific attack. Generally, the strategy I would use is just to sort of get him into a stun lock with the Comet Typewriter, which is a bit slower but much faster. Or is a bit slower but more consistent.
Yep.
It is not, in fact,
It's a safe strat.
It is not, in fact, warp space-time, as I was implying before. Anyway, this part,
It's the worst chapter in the whole game.
There's a glitch that they fixed in this version, where you could, if you destroyed the Gatling gun before the enemy spawned, the enemy that was supposed to get the Gatling gun would just die instantly and kill over, which was pretty funny.
That was too fast.
Oh yeah, you're a little too fast there.
Yeah, the loading times in this area are really high.
There's JJ, first time we've seen him.
What? They're really aggressive right now. What the hell?
Really good music as well. Probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you use the zip line while you're in Hitman glitch, you usually get like a lot of lag at the end of it.
Yeah. But it actually doesn't affect your speed at all, because the game still removes control for you for a certain amount of time it expects you to.
Yep.
So, I mean, the only benefit is that you already have it anyway. There's no reason to re-equip it.
Exactly.
Unless you want to be safe to take out the JJ. He's that huge black guy with the handheld minigun. His intro was actually supposed to be in that little area of the island that we skipped earlier. That's the first time you encounter him.
First time we encountered him was on the Doom runs earlier, though.
Yeah, well, that was just a bit of foreshadowing for a game that will come out like, what, 15 years after? Oh!
That's bad.
That was unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a bit.
Also,
Alright.
Mike's airstrikes are random. He'll always fire in the same places, but as to whether or not he actually does and when, it basically wastes 4 or 5 seconds every time he does an airstrike. Thankfully, the other sort of war sequence in this chapter isn't nearly as bad as this. From my experience, anyway. I know stuff like this is different, but I don't hear nearly as much as I hear this one.
I don't want to draw.
Huh?
That's alright.
Yeah, you don't. You didn't grab the first aid spray there? Or usually grab the first aid. Usually get the first aid spray.
Yeah, no, I have enough feeling. Like 3 golden eggs and 1 first aid spray.
I usually just play like really crazy conservative in this chapter and collect every healing item I can find.
Yeah, 3 golden eggs and 1 first aid spray. That has to be sufficient.
All right, so we got about a good 90 seconds for donations here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caitlin, for your $20 donation. My sister just passed away from liver cancer around Thanksgiving, so I am really glad the Prevent Cancer Foundation is the charity of choice this time around. Thank you guys for all you do. Game on. Thank you, Jess Cruz, for your $10 donation. Thank you for this amazing fundraiser. This is just one great example of how video gamers and games can contribute to the greater good. Great job, Sunblade. You got this.
You do indeed. What's the time?
Thanks. Well, don't tell
okay.
it.
All right, okay.
Please.
Well,
Let the surprise.
We're going by a good time anyway, but
It's a pretty good pace actually.
Yeah.
Just like
It will be
there were
something
some
like,
gimmicks, but
like a very high 136 or low 137,
Yeah.
something like that. It won't be a world record, I believe. It would be nuts if this would be a world
yeah,
record.
of course. But world record like it's optimized, but like it's beatable, I think. It depends.
yeah.
A little tricks.
Yeah, we also still haven't seen that the 155 for GameCube. This is the 45.
Yep.
This is also one area where, because we don't have the laser, this becomes Flaxinate City.
What?
Oh!
I didn't expect that.
Backfired.
Alright.
I thought you were safe from that.
Yeah. No shoutouts to this guy whatsoever.
Nope.
Definitely.
Stun rods do not get any sort of shout out. They get a shouted at. Yeah, and the first guy who goes to your left is always the one who drops the emergency rock head key.
What?
Wait.
I got really lucky at this point.
Wow.
That
was crazy enemy spawns. Also, this area lags so much on GameCube. Not even funny.
So I'm basically done now with everything in this game.
That was a very nice area, even with the time. Hardest boss in the game.
The hardest boss fight in the game.
By a long shot.
Hardest boss fight in the entire series. Yeah, something like that. Oh no, there's one area missing, which can be a pain in the ass. This one.
Wait, follow.
Oh, never seen that before.
And it's all right.
You got Ashley to follow you that time? Good.
No, there's a third guy who likes Ashley pretty much, and if he decides to run at her, I can't do nothing about it.
Well, you can restart for checkpoint. It's like 5-10 seconds, but
Yeah.
now we get the hardest boss of the game.
Yeah, the hardest boss fight.
Good luck.
You need it. Gotta save those frames. Yay! So hard.
So just in case,
I think you lost a frame.
just in case someone is wondering, all the boss fights are really easy.
You
in
lost
Resident
at least 2 or
Evil
3
4, even on
frames. You
new
gotta
games,
reset.
So,
Yeah, reset.
So, like I said, every boss fight is really easy even on new games because you have rocket launchers that you can
And in case you couldn't get enough of the catching animation, here it is again. Boom. The odds chiropractor loves them.
So now we are playing some wave race.
Oh, you're gonna do the dim egg glitch here?
Oh well,
On the key,
I should do this.
You should show that off. Great. Yes.
What?
Hang on, sweetheart.
Bye bye.
That never gets
Too
old.
fast for you. Sonic, where are you at?
Just don't break the disc.
Yeah. So, does anyone of you remember Carson Norton with the
God.
clock rage?
No.
I won't do this.
Thank you. I was painful enough to watch.
But
the
that
first
came to my mind.
And you do those spins by holding L and R.
Yeah. Simply for show off, to be honest.
Yeah, it's swag.
Yeah.
And,
So prepare for time.
Time. Wow, really great.
Let's see what the in-game time is.
You got qualifications for the Olympics.
1:37:55. Excellent job.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's like 1 minute and 30 seconds off the world record.
Yeah.
Great job.
So yeah, for those who just tuned in, this is the world record right here, 1 hour 36:31 for single segment, and this is the segmented world record, 1 hour 34:26. So thank you for watching, and thank you for your support, and yeah, thank you all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I practice. All right.
So yeah. I can pull this.
Another run?
Yeah, another run.
Fuck Halo 2.
Yeah. Oh.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Coming up next, we have Halo 2, which has, by the way, met its donation incentive for legendary difficulty. So that is very hype. Almost as hype as Frank or Z. Donations.
I played a lot of Halo.